it's Miss Karen. Today I wanted to talk to you about gardening with flowers and vegetables and fruit trees and all that. I was wondering, put your thinking cap on, how do flowers start? If you were thinking that they need seeds to start, you're absolutely right. Seeds is S-E-E-D-S, and they come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Some are real tiny, you can almost not see them. Some are a little larger, so I drew a couple different variations up here. And I brought you a book by my favorite author, Eric Carle, called The Tiny Seed, and I hope you enjoy it. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? I wonder. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up, up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up, but the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Finally, the wind stops, and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look as if they're going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch, but the tiny seed lies very still and the mouse does not see it. Now it's the next season, spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls, the seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First they send roots down to the earth, like here. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants. And that poor little plant dies because it doesn't have room to grow. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along and, oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. As he stepped on it, he didn't see it. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what is happening? First, there are footsteps. Stomp, stomp. Then a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. It is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. You imagine that, a flower that's bigger than you and your family and your house? Oh my goodness. Now it's autumn again, which is the season after summer. Sometimes we call it autumn, sometimes we call it fall. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower seed pod opens. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail away, far away on the wind. The end. So you'll notice that we started with those tiny seeds, and it grew into a huge, beautiful flower. And I had a little activity to do with you after reading that story. What I brought with me today is a piece of paper, some green paper, a circle for the inside of the flower, and then some different colored shapes. I have an orange and yellow. I have several of each of these, and I wanted to make a flower with you. And I'm going to make it very quick and easy. Just going to do a long, thin piece of green paper. And it's always good. You can do this any way you want with a pair of scissors when an adult knows that you're using the scissors. And so I just did like a long, skinny stem. Take my glue stick and put my stem here. And I'll circle for the outside of the middle of the flower. And then I have some, as I was telling you, I have some orange petals and some yellow petals. So I'd like to do a pattern on my flower. I want to do it, I thought I would start off with my flower with orange. Put it here. Turn this upside down so you can see better. The orange. And then I'm going to do the other color, yellow. Orange, yellow, orange. What comes next? Orange, yellow, orange, yellow. You're right. And another orange, yellow, orange, yellow, orange, yellow, orange. So that's my pattern with a flower. Orange, yellow, orange, yellow, orange, yellow. Or you might see it differently. You might see yellow, orange, yellow, orange, yellow, orange. You can do it any way you want. We used how many petals on this one? Let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you did smaller petals, you could possibly do longer patterns. If you did bigger petals, you could do smaller patterns. You can do it any way you want to do it. Most important Use your imagination, be creative, have fun, and you'll have a beautiful picture as well as learning. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.